Not much light here, huh? Let's see if I turn this way. Maybe you guys can see me a little better. There we go. That's a little bit better. And they're just there. I gotta like turn 180 degrees around to have light. Not see anybody turn up it. Y'all get in here in a minute. Look, guys, this will be real quick. So, my son James, and this is his channel. Hey, Mohamedic, Big Red Racer, Red Dot, Danielle Smith, Beaver Cam. See who else turns up. Robert Allen. All right, so I'm gonna put a link in the description of this video, and the moderators should be posting the link here momentarily. It's a link to my son James's, oh crap, I can't think of the name of it's not, man. Man, getting old is terrible, let me tell you. Anyway, it's a link to a live stream that James is doing. There we go. Thank you, Landlady. Hold on. It's a link to a live stream that James is doing to raise money for St. Jude's. So if you guys got a second, you can go over there. This is on his gaming channel. You can go over there and watch him game. And if you got a few dollars to throw at St. Jude's, please do. We were originally going to do a joint live stream thing, but there were some technical issues and didn't come together. So I will probably do that another night. We had a cold front roll in this morning, and it was some heavy winds. Yep, that's it, getting old. Well, we had we had really heavy winds, and so I have no internet. So that's what's going on. So our live stream idea fell apart. Our joint stream idea fell apart. So again, Landlee's posting the link. Yeah, I fed Patrick to the homeless. That's exactly what I did. Yeah, whatever, Beaver Gam. Anyway, in the link, there you go. Landlee just posted the link again. And it's on, oh, what is the name of that other platform?
11:59.
I can't even think of it. It's crazy. But, that's the sheriff's department. You hear? 53 in Del Rio? Yeah, it's, I think it's something like 48 here. I mean, we passed out those blankets just in time. Now, I still have some more that I'm going to go back down and pass out. Twitch, that's it. Thanks, Giles. Yeah, he's on Twitch. And you'll get to see what James looks like for all you guys that have always wondered what my son looks like, or this son. There you go. You can go over there and see him. He's a good kid. He's a real good kid. But, you know, anything we can do to help out St. Jude's, especially this time of year, you guys know I'm a big supporter of St. Jude's. So, New Mexico, 30 degrees. Holy cow. That's crazy. That'll be January, February here, you know, at night. It's crazy. Awful Al, all these years you've been watching. How many years you've been watching? People say, when did you start doing this? 2014. Right around there, late 2014. 22 in Utah. Ooh, that's gold. Good job, Beaver Cam. Round up for St. Jude's. Landlee says it was 5 degrees at her place this morning. That's disgusting. Oh, Robert Allen says he goes back to the Bamboozer days. That's been a while then, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we were in the high 70s yesterday, and I forget the low last night was. I mean, I was running around t-shirt. Okay, so been here 2-3 years. Okay, cool. I appreciate you guys sticking with me all these years. I really do. 28 in Tennessee. Yeah, somebody told me that they're still letting people live in Michigan. I can't believe people are still allowed to live there. I know they ran everybody out of Ohio. Washington State. I want to go back to Washington State. Bet that SWAT officer ain't in SWAT no more. I bet he still is. I bet he still is. He's talking about the one that lost his gun. I bet that officer's still a SWAT officer because the union is fighting for him. 28 overnight in Waco? Wow. Myrtle Beach. Hey, I like Myrtle Beach. Yeah, they'll probably promote him. That's about right. Good Citizen says he knows the Sugarland area. Sugarland, Rosenberg, Richmond, all out in there. There's a lot of tyrants out there. I don't work out that area very much because Justin Pulliam beats them up pretty good out there. Who do you think the first person was to do an audit? I honestly don't know. I mean, it goes back quite a ways. I don't think he'll get booted to patrol. I really don't. I think that his position is secure. Salt Lake, Utah. Pamela says it's 31. Hey, Andrew. I've been up there to. I've been to Pinehurst. I actually like it out there. I used to. There was some land out there that a friend owned. We used to go out there to go shooting. We had like an impromptu. No, it wasn't Tom Zebra and it wasn't Jeff Gray that were first. It was before that. There was another guy. I can't think of his name now. He used to put a camera in his hat and go into police stations asking for complaint forms. I can't think of his name right now. Somebody here in a second will post it. But I think he was the first one that I know of that was an auditor. That was before J.C. Playford. J.C. Playford and I started about the same time.
Highway 146 and 646 northbound for a burger truck driving on a highway to speed and flashing his lights and honking at people.
Uh-oh. I said my area, hey. Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, 2 miles from your house, Camp Beauregard. Okay. No, I've done activism work for a long time, but just didn't have a YouTube channel. So that rifle that you saw in that video, for those of you that don't know, is the current version of the military rifle. It's an M4. It's got a 14-inch barrel. It is select fire, which means it's either one shot per pull the trigger or 3-shot burst per pull the trigger. So if you look at it closely, if you know anything about the military, guys will understand what I'm talking about. It has a full auto sear pin, okay, and a 3-position selector switch. You don't get that on the semi-automatic AR version. It's an M4, which is a derivative of the M16. News Now Dallas is still around. He is just busy with life. Yeah, he's a good guy. The M4 is, they can designate it to fire full auto, which means when you pull the trigger, it empties the mag, or 3-shot burst. They have a key where they can select which one it does. David got M4. I wish I got an M4. Those things are ridiculously expensive. Right now, I know somebody that looked at an M16 here a while back, a full auto M16, and for the paperwork, the tax stamp, the cost of the weapon, all of that, everything all together, it was almost $40,000. Now the police get their weapons. Yes, Rob, I have been to the Attorney General's office. The weapons that these guys are getting are military surplus. Basically, they get military weapons, and then they'll take them, rework them, and accurize them, or do whatever they need to do with them. But they're getting them pretty cheap. It's the only 3-round burst. Okay, if you say so. We didn't have the 3-round burst when I was in the military. You had semi-automatic, you had single shot, or you had full auto. We had the M16A, still had the A1, I think. The A2 was coming in as I got out. Hey, WTT. We still had the 1911s, and the Beretta was coming in right afterwards, right after I got out. Oh, y'all can hear that music. Let me turn that music down. Sorry about that, guy. Yeah, the A2, I got to handle it a little bit. Yes, there are places that will restore felons' gun rights. I got to handle it a little bit right before I got out, but not enough to talk a lot about it. He carried an old M1 Garand. Ugh, I've handled those. Those things are, man, if you want to shoot somebody, that is the gun to have. If you want to carry it in the jungle or on the streets, that thing is just too big. A2 has semi-auto and 3-shot burst. Okay. So the M4 doesn't have the 3-shot burst, it just has full auto. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Desert Goat, a lot of gun ranges have full auto weapons that you can go and rent and use for at the range. You can fire for those guys that have never had the opportunity to shoot full auto.
Mary 068. Charles Victor 8. Mary 068.
Hold on, I think we got Chase going. I'm gonna look back here. I like the M1. I like the M1 carbine. Kim Potter trial. Okay, so Kim Potter. Kim Potter was involved in a scuffle. A couple other officers involved in a scuffle with a guy in a car. The guy drove off. She meant to taser the guy, but accidentally pulled her service weapon and shot him instead. I think it's an unfortunate accident. That's what I think.
10-4. I'm in the area looking.
It shouldn't have happened. Unfortunately, what a lot of times these cops are doing now is they're allowed to use their primary hand. Let's say you're right-handed. If you're right-handed, the only thing that should ever be drawn with your right hand is your firearm. If you need to taser somebody, that should be a left-handed draw only. And then if you're worried about accuracy or whatever, you can switch it to your right hand, okay? But unfortunately, everybody wants to use the right hand to draw both, so when there's confusion and they draw the wrong one, well, stuff happens. It should not be like that. As a matter of fact, I believe Taser, the Taser Corporation, specifically says it should be drawn with your offhand at all times. But, you know, when do cops ever follow training? Third Coast Media says she should do time. I don't think she should be a cop. I did watch the body cam, and you know, at first I was like, okay, this was an accident. She feels bad about it, but as you watch the body cam, she's not crying. She's not upset because she just killed a guy. She's crying and upset because she's going to get charged with something. It's wrong. It's wrong. She should never be a cop again. Does that mean she should go to jail? You know, I'm going to let a jury decide that. That's my opinion. I'm going to let the jury figure that out because they're listening to all the facts, and I'm not. Okay? My opinion is based on what I saw on the body camera. Yeah, she was upset for herself, not for the guy she just shot. So that's not good. Vietnam vet, 73. I went in 79.
21 to 22.
Okay, you guys, if you guys are following that, you know, closer than I am, you guys know more about it than I do. I've had a busy, this last week I was down sick with the flu, and I've been playing catch up ever since. And honestly, I've just seen some bits and pieces of it, not the whole thing. Have I ever met a good cop? Honestly, I have. Met one not that long ago. It's like 2003. I met a good cop. No, I did not have COVID. Yeah, the flu, what's that? Everybody thinks everything's COVID these days. It's not. It was just the flu. I don't want to test COVID though, I'll tell you the truth. So I'm not trying to catch it. Absolutely. Long Island Audits is doing really good work. Really like the stuff he's doing up there. Do I believe the First Amendment movement is making a difference? Yes, I do. We've seen a difference. I mean, look at how many cops are getting prosecuted now that were never prosecuted before. And it's not the First Amendment movement, it's the police accountability movement. And we're seeing more cops prosecuted for crimes now than we've ever seen before, ever. We're seeing, you know, video evidence because we've made them wear body cameras. A lot is changing, and I think it's changing for the better. But again, real quick to recap, Landley's going to post a link, and I will have a link in the description of this video for my son's channel. He's doing a live stream tonight raising money for St. Jude's. So if you guys can jump over there and show some support, or at least tell him Dad said hello, that'd be great. I see you got. There's a lot of bad First Amendment people. So, sorry guys. There are a lot of people that got in trouble, and rather than do the time when they made mistakes, opted to become informants or operate in this movement. And I'm not going to name names right now, but I have documentation to back that up that I'll be publishing as soon as my other case wraps up. So I expect I will get held in contempt of court because the documents are supposed to be sealed. But you know, if they do that, well, then I'll just take that. I'm okay with that. All right, thanks, Bob. Yeah, you should let me train the cops. Absolutely. So many cops, they're not in the dark about it. They just don't care. There you go, Third Coast. If I heard from Zatskins, no, I'm not going to hear from Zatskins till we do the deposition in the lawsuit. Kurt, my son's channel is Landley will post a link again here. Just give her a second. We're going to try and change the transparency laws here in Texas to where it's easier to get open records. The police unions don't want that, so it's going to be an uphill battle, but we're going to fight that battle. So, yep, qualified immunity has got to go. What's worse than qualified immunity is the absolute immunity that judges and DAs and federal law enforcement officers go. There's, sorry guys, the reason that so many cops want to get on these federal task forces is because then they have absolute immunity, protection from the government for when they do wrong. Hey, Iowa. And we've got to stop that. We've got to stop. There is no reason for local law enforcement to be double deputized as federal officers. If the federal government wants to, yeah, even soldiers don't have qualified immunity or absolute immunity. These people need to be responsible for their actions. And we're going to get it there. We're going to get there. It's just taking time. But, you know, we didn't get to the situation we're in overnight. It took time.
22.
No, they don't get double pay for it. They just get equipment. They get guns, radios, and protection. The big thing is protection because it lets them do whatever they want, and there's nothing you can do about it. Federal officers have, and you need to Google this so you'll understand just how bad it is, absolute immunity. Okay? This is why when Lon Haruchi shot and killed Vicky Weaver while she was holding her baby from half a mile away, as she stood in a doorway unarmed, the state wanted to prosecute him, and the government said, nope, he has absolute immunity. There's nothing you can do. These people commit atrocities, and you can't do anything. George and Regina Tuttle, it was, yeah, I know all about the Tuttles. I was the one that broke that open. All of mainstream media and me at first, myself included at first, we were buying the story that HPD was putting out. And then some of the neighbors contacted me and said, hey, this is funky. And so I went and took a look. And as soon as I looked at the house, I knew the whole situation was a lie. And so I contacted the local guys in the media and told them, hey, they're feeding us bull. And that's how the Tuttle situation got broke open. Yeah, I was the first one to get involved in that. Everybody was just buying it. And like I said, I was too initially. We were buying the propaganda that the police were putting out. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up, guys. I was actually inside the Tuttle house after the shooting. The forensic investigators went in there and tore everything up as best they could to cover up for the officers. But it didn't work. It didn't work. I went in there, I video documented everything I possibly could, and I gave that over to the civil attorney for the Tuttles. And those videos are on News Now Houston and News Now Community. You have to go check and see. But that's not what we're here for, guys. We're here to raise money for St. Jude's. You see the link that Landley is posting right there, and I'll post it again in the description of this video. Let's go, guys. Let's go help St. Jude's. So that's all I really wanted to get across to you guys. St. Jude's, St. Jude's, St. Jude's. Those cancer kids, God help them. We can help them. I don't care if you just got $5. Send it to them. Help them out.
21. If
you can do more, do more. You know, that's it. But anyway, that's all, guys. I got to wrap up. My throat is killing me. That night air last night didn't do me much good. Like I said, after just coming off the flu. Godfather of audits. I'm making you an offer you can't refuse. Go donate to St. Jude's. Hey, that rhymed. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. So y'all be safe. Have a good weekend. And I've got some videos popping off here in a minute. I shortened up a video from last night, a portion of the video where I was arguing with the security guards over them harassing some homeless people. That's a real interesting video. Please go over and look at it. It'll go live here in a little bit, or probably in the morning. So that's it, guys. Y'all be safe, and I'll see you again soon. One more time, get over there, see my son. His name is James. Go see his live stream and tell him Dad said hello. Y'all be safe. Have a good weekend, and I will see you again soon.